We are recording.
And we're live.
Got a little nice daydream music going on to start the pod off.
Well, let me turn you up a little bit in the headphones.
Turn me up. Turn me up real quick.
Perfect.
Got a lot on the plate today.
A lot.
Gonna make it
2:15
nice
on a
and interesting.
Wednesday.
Can't complain. Hurricane season.
Hurricane season. And we're not talking about the U.
No, it's quite depressing actually.
Unfortunately. Not so sunny Florida right now.
You got a little lag going on, but you're good. You're good now. No,
All right.
not so sunny Florida going on, but there's one thing that's sunny in Florida. The Miami Dolphins.
That is very true.
Talk around the town right now. Literally the talk around the town right now. The Miami Dolphins and the Eagles are the only undefeated teams left in the NFL season. And obviously it's early, but still, who would have expected those two teams to be the only that are undefeated?
Definitely not me. I'll tell you that. At the start of the season, you heard my takes. Like, I have been surprised by the way the Dolphins have played. And the Eagles just took me by storm too. But specifically the Dolphins, I have been surprised and very impressed with the way Tua Tagovailoa has played, Jalen Waddle, and Tyreek Hill, and how Mike McDaniels has made that team gel. Like, I haven't seen that team gel before in my lifetime, honestly.
Yo,
They
just a
look great.
second. I'm sorry, we're buffering a lot. 1 second. Check what Wi-Fi you're under.
JPNA.
Okay, we're good. No, yeah, I mean, a lot of surprises so far. It's definitely not how everybody would expect the season to start off, which is good. It brings like more excitement, I feel like, to watching Sundays, watching Thursdays. And speaking of Thursdays, it's going to be a great Thursday night game. I mean,
Dun, dun, dun,
it's going to be
dun.
top notch. It's going to be top notch. It's going to be top notch.
In Cincinnati. Cincinnati's breaking out the new unis,
But they've been
and the
playing
Dolphins
like
are coming in.
they haven't been playing great. I mean, they lost to the Cowboys and Cooper Rush.
And Joe Burrow has not been playing up to the Joe Burrow caliber that he did last year.
No, I mean,
Not even close.
not even close. I mean, some would say it's Super Bowl hangover, but you didn't even win. So you should be coming with like a vengeance, like a chip on your shoulder. Like
Exactly.
I saw somebody put Joe Burrow's not the same without fur coats and glasses.
That's funny. Well, listen, Cincinnati's -4 tomorrow. And I love the Dolphins. I already know you love the Dolphins as well. I love the Dolphins in that game. In Cincinnati, -4. I do think the Dolphins are going to win. Cincinnati's been playing terrible. Jamar Chase hasn't been playing the way he should be.
He hasn't really performed since like week 1.
The only player on Cincinnati who has been performing well is T. Higgins, in my opinion. T. Higgins.
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. I mean, everybody, definitely Jamar Chase hasn't been getting the attention that everybody thought he would. I mean, like last week he only had like 3 receptions. Like
3 receptions, 1 touchdown.
I mean, yeah, he got a touchdown, but
that's the thing, though. Now Jamar is known on the Bengals as that guy. You know, he's the Tyreek Hill of the Bengals. The defense is always looking
for
on
sure
the line of scrimmage for his number.
He's disgusting. I mean, they're always going to have to because he's a threat on the field no matter what. He's fast. He's got crazy hands. He's a beast.
He is a beast.
He's one of the top 5, maybe top 3 youngest best wide receivers in the league right now.
So speaking about tomorrow in particular, the way I think it's going to go is I think the Miami Dolphins defense is going to overwhelm Joe Burrow.
I can see it happening
and the
too.
Bengals online.
Just
like how they did with Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can see it happening too. I mean, if they're going to do it against the Bills and Josh Allen, they can easily do it against the Bengals. I mean, Joe Burrow has been getting sacked quite quite the amount of times this season so
I'm pretty
far.
sure I saw a
He's been under
stat
pressure a lot.
yesterday that he's been sacked 15 times since the Super Bowl.
Well, 15 times since the Super Bowl.
Which is what? 5 times a game, which is a lot. A lot.
It is a lot. I mean, your quarterback shouldn't be getting sacked, period.
Yeah, let alone 15 times in 3 games. I mean, I don't know if it's a problem with Joe Burrow not being able to get the ball out in time or if it's a problem with the O-line. Whatever it is, it does need to be fixed because they're not a championship team. At least not right now.
They're definitely not going to be going back to the championship this year. I was saying that before the season even started, probably along with like a lot of other people. They're not. They got lucky last year. That's it. Simple.
They had a great run. They had a great run in the playoffs, and it's true. They got lucky, and now they're getting exposed for it.
I mean, do you even think they make the playoffs this year?
I see the Ravens making it over them this year.
I do too, for sure. I mean, Ravens defense also needs some work. I feel like
definitely.
All their games have been high scoring this year. It's not like they're like one-sided blowouts.
Right, and Lamar has been playing out of his mind, obviously.
Out of his mind. Like, the defense needs to help him, I think. I think that game against the Dolphins should have never won.
Well, like if you're up 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, your defense has one job.
Exactly.
Long drives and no easy scores. And they had, 2 touchdowns over 1 play touchdowns? The Tyreek one, where he was just left wide open. That was
he got 2 touchdowns back-to-back, yeah.
I mean, that just can't happen. That cannot happen.
It definitely can't happen. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely liking the Dolphins +4 tomorrow, and I'm liking Dolphins money line.
I mean, yeah.
That's just. I think Dolphins are going to be undefeated for. Who did they play after the Bengals?
I can tell you right now, Dolphins schedule. Actually, on my computer.
So when you leave, you go on pause. Or I think
does it pause when I go like that?
I think you're fine now. Just pause for a little bit, but it's fine. So I think
they play the Bengals, then they play the Jets. That's a win.
Dub.
Then they play the Vikings.
Dub. Steelers, dub. Lions, dub. They have the easiest schedule. Bro, they literally have the easiest schedule after this week. It's nuts. The Dolphins have like the best chance to going like 7 to 8 games undefeated. I mean, are you looking at that schedule? How crazy.
I am. Wow.
They play all the Garbaggio teams after this week.
4.
And that's what I was saying before the season started. I was saying that it's going to be crucial for the freaking Dolphins to do well in the beginning of the season, so they have some breathing room to maybe lose to against the Bills or the Patriots, like in the last couple of weeks of the season. Like, it was huge that they're 3-0 right now, because now they have the garbage teams. They're going to beat them all. They're going to be 8-0, 9-0, and then they're going to get back to the good divisional games.
Right. I mean, yeah, just looking at the Dolphins' schedule, the next 7 weeks, just look.
I saw they put
easy.
They're in the driver's seat right now. Like, they just need to play clean, good football, and they're going to be in great positioning for the end of the season for playoffs and etc.
If they could stay healthy and obviously play clean, good football and play the Mike McDaniel way,
they need to.
They have a great shot. I
love the chemistry the team has. I mean, the video posted yesterday of Jalen Waddle mic'd up when he was talking to Tyreek about when he got hit. Remember I showed you?
Right. Yeah.
That was funny. I mean, I could put it up on here next time. I didn't download the video. It's funny though. Team got great chemistry. There's no selfishness.
They really do.
It feels like there's no like me between the wide receivers, which is good.
Right.
Like Waddle,
and that's what you want.
Waddle barely got targeted game 1. Tyreek was getting all the looks, and I feel like he didn't care. Like, he knows that Tyreek's gonna get more touches, but Waddle's still going to be a huge component to the offense this season. I mean, as we saw, he's got a touchdown every game so far.
Exactly. And it's a team sport at the end of the day, you know?
For sure. I mean, if the Dolphins make it to the playoffs, it's going to be crazy. Miami's going to be crazy. You're going to see a lot of bandwagons. You're going to see the stadium filling up with people who've never been to Dolphin games before. I mean, that's just Miami sports.
That is Miami sports, but I don't know. I feel like the Dolphins have a much better fan base than, like, say, the Heat, you know? Like, because
yeah, I would say so too.
Even though if the Dolphins, once they make the playoffs, once they're like good, obviously they're gonna have like a lot of Miami fans.
Yeah. I mean, we were in the playoffs not too long ago.
That was
one. I'll tell you right now. We went like 10-6 that year, I'm pretty sure.
Was that when Tannehill was quarterbacking?
Yeah. Fins playoff.
But he got hurt that year, didn't he? And then somebody else was winning games.
In 2016, as a wild card team, you know who's their back? Oh my God, Jay Ajayi.
Wow. That is a throwback.
Throwback. He totaled 3 separate 200-yard games, bro.
That's pretty great. And who did they lose to?
So, damn, in 2020 they went 10-6, but they missed the playoffs. That's crazy. In 2016 they were 10-6 as well. Yeah, they haven't made the playoffs since 2016.
Interesting. Well, the Dolphins have a great chance this year, and I think they're going to do it. I think they win the AFC East as well, right? Yeah, East.
I mean, I think they're winning the Super Bowl, but that's my opinion. I'm going to stick to it.
Stick to the guns. Stick to the guns. All right, should we get to the next topic?
Yeah, next we got the Broncos.
The Broncos. I mean, there's a lot to unpack here.
You can tell me what you can vent on Russell really quick if you feel like it. Because this seemed like a topic you were interested in speaking on.
I'm very interested in speaking on this topic because
let's hear it.
Denver has decided to pay Russell Wilson $250 million for debatably the roughest start of their season.
I mean, if you're getting paid $250,000, you said $250,000?
Million.
Okay, so if you're getting paid $250 million, there's no shot in hell you start a season like this.
One, the loss to the Seahawks is absolutely unacceptable. The Seahawks are nowhere near a contender. And the Broncos, who came into the league as a favorite this year to win the Super Bowl, has not been playing up to it. They lose to the Seahawks. They almost lose to the Texans, a one-score game. It was a one-score game the entire time. And then against the 49ers last week, it was a one-score game the entire time again. Like, Russell Wilson and the Broncos are getting booed at home. That's how bad
he's posting videos like, let's ride after the games. Like, bro, you just won 11-10. Like, what do you mean, let's ride?
It's ridiculous. And, I mean, he has a terrible game as well. Granted, it's a team sport, and Russell can't throw and catch the ball all at the same time.
But the defense is doing their job.
The defense is doing their job. You got Jared Jeudy. You got Cortland Sutton. You have Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon in the backfield. He has the weapons that he needs. So what really is it? Is he not like acclimated to the team yet? Is it something with the coach? Think?
That's what I was going to say. The coach. The coach seems a little sus to me.
What I don't like about the coach is after the first game and how he used those timeouts. Obviously, there's a lot to unpack there, and we did. But I think there's no real chemistry between Russell and the coach. And that's a terrible thing to have. The head coach always needs to be best friends with their quarterback. Patrick Mahomes and Bruce Arians.
It doesn't look genuine at all. It doesn't look genuine.
Exactly. Mac Jones, Bill Belichick. I wouldn't say best friends, but Mac Jones looks up to Bill Belichick. Mentor.
Yeah.
Tua and Mike McDaniels. Best friends.
Loves him. He loves Tua.
Exactly. I mean, I just think there's no real continuity on that team yet. And honestly, it takes time to build. But you're a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah, you got
And
you
you're
got to
coming
take
to a new team.
you got to
Young
take
new team.
initiative.
Exactly. It's
Uh,
not looking good for the Broncos.
it's also
and they
kind of
need to,
sad how they took that out against the Seahawks too, because the Seahawks are not a good team.
they're not. They're really not a good team. And obviously, Geno
They're
Smith
literally
had
tanking.
a fantastic game. But
That's what I wanted to say too. I saw a video today, some guy who rated 5 quarterbacks, the worst 5 QBs in the league, and he put Geno Smith at number 3.
who do you put as the worst quarterback in the league?
I didn't finish the video honestly, but he put Mitch Trubisky at 5.
Yeah, it seems
and he
right.
put somebody at 4.
Probably
It's on
Jacoby
somewhere on
Brissett.
Instagram, but I forgot. No, he didn't mention Jacoby, honestly.
Interesting.
5, 4, and 3 were not Jacoby. I can tell you right now that 5 was Mitch and 3 was Geno.
So this is an interesting thing to talk about. The Broncos play the Raiders this Sunday. And the Raiders starting out 0-3 with their new acquisition of Devontae Adams. How do you think that game's going to play out?
Yeah, that's kind of tricky because I was saying before the season started that Devontae and Derek Carr duo is going to be dangerous. And if I'm not mistaken, they haven't really done anything special since like week 1. And week 1 they lost. Like Devontae had like a touchdown or close to 200 yards. He was getting a lot of receptions, and then the next week he barely got any touches.
Exactly. And week 1, Derek Carr threw 3 picks.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
I honestly said too that Derek Carr could be a sleeper MVP pick, and he does not look good so far this year.
He looks terrible. And the Raiders being another contender for the Super Bowl coming in now at 0-3. Their playoff chances are slim now because of their record.
So what's that line this week? Who do they have?
They have the Raiders favored by 3.5 points. It's in Vegas as well.
So the house.
But I like the line. But I like the line because the Broncos haven't been playing well either. And
no, they have not.
And I don't think Russell Wilson's going to be able to get it done in Vegas.
He has not been looking good. Baker Mayfield's been looking better than him.
Exactly. And Baker's in the same boat, just coming in as a new, franchise quarterback, coming into a new team, new role, new players. And at least Baker looks acclimated to like his team. Obviously, him and Robbie Anderson, maybe Bud adds a little bit.
I feel bad for Russell. Hopefully things turn around for him soon because he is a fan favorite. Like,
I agree. He is a fan favorite. I mean, he's
big off the field.
On the internet right now.
He's huge off the field. I mean, he honestly, people lost. Like, don't give him the respect that he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. Like, people are hating on him, telling him he's trash. He's this, he's that. I don't think he's trash. He just hasn't like found his groove with this new team, and I'm not really feeling like he's fitting in, which is kind of sad because he got a freaking huge contract with them.
So my thing is I completely agree with you. I don't think he's fitting in at all, but I also think that he isn't stepping up into his role. Like Broncos
like leader-wise?
Yeah. Was expecting him to come in and turn the team around himself. I think he was expecting for him to come in like how he was at Seattle and have Pete run the playbook, Pete run the practices, and everything on the field is Russell. But it hasn't worked out that way. They don't give Russell the opportunities as Pete did. I guess they don't trust Russell yet. Like how Pete Carroll did.
They definitely don't trust him because they didn't give him that fourth down. Yeah, like how do you not give your $240 million quarterback the opportunity to go give you 5 yards?
Exactly. And you got Cortland Sutton and Jared Jeudy.
Doesn't make sense.
You got weapons on that team. There are weapons on that team.
Weapons. Like anybody would love to have those people.
Exactly. And they just haven't been playing very poorly. I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos to try to revive their season, even though they're 2-1. Don't get me wrong. Like the games they've played have been ugly, but they are 2-1.
So ugly. They need to go to like a water park or something and like just vibe together.
And just
Or
gel
go
as a team.
paintballing. Go paintballing or
Exactly.
something.
Exactly.
I don't know what
Do
professionals
something.
do to do
Something for
chemistry.
team bonding. Yeah.
Like what do pros do to do team bonding? What do you think?
I don't know. Tom Brady got his entire O-line, Rolex and Uggs. Remember that? I have
Oh,
no
man,
idea what they do for
I
team
love seeing
bonding.
those. I love seeing those posts like during Christmas, like when like linemen or like wide or like just random position players just post like their Christmas gifts from their team. They get like the Louis Vuitton suitcases, like
Yeah.
Beat
It's so funny.
headphones, Apple Watch. Like they get crazy things.
So funny. But I think the Broncos have a lot to do, and I think the Broncos have to look into the mirror coming in to week 4 against the Raiders in Vegas. This 0-3 team Raiders.
Yeah.
Come in and say, Russell Wilson, we're giving you the team. We're giving you the key to the team. Do as you see fit. Listen, I don't trust the coach, and I wouldn't trust the coach if I was Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's been to the Super Bowl. Russell Wilson's been fucked over by a coach in the Super Bowl.
Facts.
If I'm Russell
All right,
Wilson, you're good. I'm taking this team and I'm playing with them as I see fit. I'm the one getting paid $250 million. I'm the coach on the field. Yeah. I'm running this team how I see fit.
Yeah, moral
because listen, at the end of the day,
more of a leader.
If they fall on their face, it's all going to get put on Russell Wilson anyways.
100%.
So if Russell Wilson's going to get the backlash,
he's calling the shots, because people are getting on him.
The backlash.
People are getting on. He was getting backlash already for not.
I know.
For the Broncos not going on 4th down when it's not even his call; it's the coach's call.
Exactly.
So it's all going to come back. It's going to come back around to him anyway. So he just needs to rip the Band-Aid off
and say, "Hey, listen,
initiative. Yeah.
This is my team. If we're going to lose by my hand. And if we're going to win, we're going to win by my hand. I've been to the Super Bowl. I've been one play away from winning the Super Bowl. I know what I'm doing. This entire team's so young. Let me guide you." That's what he needs to do. He needs to be a leader.
Facts.
And I think once Russell steps into that role in that position, like how he used to be,
they'll be more
when he gets comfortable in there, they'll be a lot more successful. Yeah. Much more successful.
All right. I mean, I think we can talk about one more thing just for a couple minutes.
100%.
The next Highline
very soon
exclusive. It is very soon. It's to be determined date-wise. It'll be in October. If you're listening and watching, it'll be in October. It'll be with a Miami Dolphins player. That's how we're going to tell you.
Go ahead and put in who you think is going to be our special guest. But we're going to be doing it with a Miami Dolphins player, and it's going to be in a special spot.
So you guys can guess in the comments below who it's going to be. And if somebody guesses who it is, what should we say, by the day we release it?
By the day we release it,
we'll give them like an incentive. We'll do an incentive. We'll think of it. Make sure you guys follow our Instagram. That's going to be like the main priority to it. The Instagram will be in the description below. All our socials will be in our description below.
Yeah, follow the Instagram, sub to the YouTube, and follow our TikTok. If you do all 3 and gets the right one, we got something special coming for you.
Yeah, you got to comment on the video, follow all of our socials, guess who the player is going to be, and you'll get a nice little incentive. We'll figure it out, release it on our social media when we know what we want to give away. But that's for sure.
But we already know who we're doing it. We already know where we're doing it. We just don't know the time and date. It's on you guys to tell us who it is. And I want to see people's guesses. Because we gave them a big hint on
this 30-minute podcast, 25-minute podcast. We really appreciate you. And we'll see you soon. I actually got a Friday show with Kev Royal from Celebrity Card Breaks.
Yes, so everybody stay tuned for that as well.
That'll be streaming live on YouTube, so make sure you stay tuned. All right.
Peace, everybody. Till next time.